All right, my beloved brand, I have a very, very special guest. Not only a great wrestler, now he's a big television star. He just came off of the Amazing Race where he finished fourth out of 12 teams. So now not only has he conquered the wrestling ring, he's also conquered CBS television. It's going to be movies next. There's no doubt about it in my mind. I'm talking about the one and only Robbie E. Robbie, show yourself, bro.
Bro, I have a new haircut just for this show. You see this line in my head? No one's seen it yet. Look at that.
Bro, what about, I noticed that you got like a purple watch on or something, bro? What's on this? What?
It's royal blue, bro. Come on, you don't have a watch like this, Vince?
What's that?
Jersey watch, bro.
Jersey, baby. Hey, listen, bro. I got amazing race questions, bro, and I'm gonna dig here. This is, like you said, bro. You did all these other podcasts. You sent a massive text out to everybody to bring you on the show. They didn't have the gonads to ask you these questions. I'm going to ask you these questions, bro.
All right, before you do, let me just say, I'm pretty sure that we can agree upon that I am the biggest reality star ever. I mean, after The Amazing Race, we made all 12 episodes, made it to the finals. I was definitely the most entertaining guy on the show. Bro, I mean, come on.
No question about it, bro. No question. And, bro, you got to keep this in mind, too. I worked with Johnny Fairplay, bro. You put him to shame, bro.
Oh, come on. Yeah. Who's Johnny Fairplay, bro?
Now, Robbie, listen, I gotta ask you this personal question because, bro, I didn't even read the article because I don't believe anything I read, bro. But yep. I saw a headline and it basically said like the relationship with Robbie E and Brooke Adams was on the ropes or it was over or. That was the headline. I didn't even read the story because, bro, I don't believe things that I read. So I'm like, you know what? Robbie's coming on the show. I'm just gonna ask him. Is there any problems in the relationship? Are you still dating Brooke? What's the relationship?
Me and Brooke were actually on the outs before we even left for The Amazing Race. So we've been together, give or take, about 2 years. I came out of a marriage. I said I would never date a girl from wrestling, but Brooke came into wrestling from modeling. She's not a wrestler. I wouldn't call her like a wrestler. So I was able to like stand her, because when you're home, you don't want to talk about wrestling. You want like a normal life and a normal girl. But anyway, it ended up happening. We were together. I lived with her in Texas. And then I left Houston. I moved back to Jersey. We still kind of tried to do the long distance thing. And it was hard because I was on the road and she wasn't. And it just got to a point where trust and everything, we weren't really clicking so much. So we were on the outs, but then we got offered to do the show. So we tried to give it another run together, and we ended up doing the show. But by the end of the show, I don't know if you could see it when you watched it, but we pretty much wanted to rip each other's heads off and couldn't stand each other. So that was by the end of it, that was pretty much it. And we're done. No longer a relationship.
Robbie.
Bro, I'm 31.
Come
on, look at me, bro. I could get any girl.
Robbie, I'm not questioning that, bro. But Brooke Adams isn't any girl, bro.
Brooke Adams isn't any girl. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. But you know what? When you're with someone a certain amount of time, no matter how hot they are, bro, it changes, bro. Like,
but bro, listen, so be quiet for a second, bro. I worked with Brooke Adams. Okay, bro. Not only does she look the way she does. Very intelligent, very well-spoken, very athletic. Bro, the complete package, Robbie. Where are you going to go top that? In a bar in Jersey, bro?
Bro, well, she's the complete package for everyone else to see. But when you live together and you're alone, there's a lot of going on. So,
well, bro, listen, when we're not done with the Brooke relationship yet, because I'm going to ask you the questions as we go along here.
Hey, that's cool, man.
But now we know where you stand, and I thank you for being honest with me, bro, because I didn't want to believe anything I read.
Oh, no, and it's cool, and I'm messing with her doing all this. She knows I do it. I did it on the show.
Yeah.
She would mess with stuff about me and say I'm annoying. We're still on fine terms. It's just, we just don't work together. There was a lot of arguing and butting heads, and we're just both two strong personalities, bro. Come on, I wear polka dots, bro. I care more about my appearance as much as her. It's just we're fighting over mirror space in the bathroom. There was some of the fights we had, over who spray tans first. It was stupid, bro.
Yeah, bro, because we're going to get into this because I got a question, honestly, bro. I don't want you to answer this yet. I'm just going by what it looks like on the surface. I got to question who wore the pants in that relationship, to be honest with you. But before we get to that, Robbie, how does an Amazing Race come about? I mean, come on, bro. Everybody and their mother would love to be on the television show. There's 25 billion athletic, good-looking people on the planet. How does it happen, bro?
Well, actually, I made the first connection with. Do you remember when Angelina from the Jersey Shore was on Impact?
Yes.
When she was on, she had an agent with her that it was a guy, and I was talking to him, and we exchanged info, and he contacted me like a week later and said that he knew a casting for Amazing Race, and they wanted a Jersey Shore couple. So me and the girl I was with at the time talked to them a little bit back and forth, but they ended up changing it, and they said the way the cast fit, they couldn't have it like that anymore because the whole cast has to match up and look a certain way. So they pulled back. So nothing ever happened with it. 2 years later, I was with Brooke. Same thing kind of happened to her. Her agent hit her up and said they were looking for wrestlers, and they knew she had a wrestling boyfriend, and they were interested in a pro wrestling dating couple. And the casting people at The Amazing Race actually remembered me, so it worked out perfect because they already liked me. And then they liked her. They flew us to LA, one interview with the producers and the creators of the show and everything, which was in a room with just 20 people in suits staring at you, which was crazy nerve-wracking. But we were funny. They fell in love with us, and we got casted on the show. Rest is history. Hashtag
Robbie,
the wrestlers.
Listen, bro, Robbie, listen, a lot of people, just so you know, they call me like the Oprah of podcasts. I've made 2 people cry on this show so far, bro. 2 people. Have you made anybody cry with EC3 show over there, bro?
I think I made you cry when I stiffed you Thursday.
Yeah, you did. But listen, so when you bring things up, see, bro, I got like notes here. See, I'm very prepared, but then you bring things up, and I got to go make rights and lefts all over the place over here.
I'll slow down.
Now, Robbie, listen, I got to explain something to you. You see, bro, how like I'm graying and everything? Bro, I'm going to be 54 years old this month.
Okay.
Bro, I've been married for 31 years. Yeah. I got 3 adult children. Yeah. Robbie, you're a 31-year-old guy. You're from Jersey. You got it all going on. So, bro, when I have somebody like you, I got to live vicariously through you. Okay?
You're saying you don't live vicariously through Pat Kenny, bro?
Oh, bro, please. You haven't seen the gut on that guy? So listen. Now, Robbie, shoot straight me. This is Vince Russo now. This ain't some jabron from some dirt sheet interviewing you. Okay? Yeah. Bro, you see, does it first start with you see a Brooke Adams in the locker room? Is that where it first starts?
Honestly, like when the whole first year I was in TNA, Brooke was probably the only person there that I didn't really speak to because I don't know if you remembered, she was hurt. Something happened. I can't remember why, but she was out for a while. She was hurt from something. Do you remember that? So she was away for like 6 to 8 months of my whole first year there. And she wasn't always there either. So I didn't even see her that much or know her. So she kept to herself. She had a boyfriend at the time, and I was with a girl at the time. So we didn't really talk that much. And then honestly, randomly, we were out one night. We were on live events, and the B crew was on live events, and the A crew was in the UK for the UK tour, and we had live events, and we all went to eat after the show, and then we like had a few drinks in our hotel and had like a hotel party. Me and her took a walk, and we just like had a few in us and both just started randomly kissing. That's just kind of how it happened. And then from there, we didn't talk for a little bit. It was like, whoa. Don't
skim over things. I'm 54 years old, bro. I need to hear things like this to keep my motors running. Now you leave the party. You had a little too much to drink. Now you start walking. Now, Robbie, is it a line? Is it a move? Does she make the first move on the good-looking kid from Jersey? Come on, Robbie.
I said, hey, do you want to take a walk with me across the street to the gas station to grab, like, I don't know, a snack or something? And she said yes. So when she said yes, come on, bro. Who's going to take a walk when we got a few? I knew I was in. So we're walking. It was snowy. It was really cold. We were in Massachusetts. And on the way back, we, like, jumped over a huge pile of snow, and there were cars coming down. And I picked her up and, like, spun her around, and then just grabbed her.
Bro, what a move!
We started kissing, bro.
Bro, what a move, bro! Look at that, huh?
I picked her right up and spun her around, bro. I'm from Jersey, bro. I know how to sweep a girl off her feet, literally.
Bro, that's like a scene from a movie, bro. Huh? Yeah, Robbie. Yeah. All right, bro. That was it, bro.
But I will say it didn't go further that night. All we did was kiss. Nothing else happened. And the next day, I don't know if she was still kind of seeing a guy or what the deal was, but we didn't talk about it and it was done. And then legit, we didn't speak for 3 months after that. Never exchanged numbers, nothing. And that was like the first night I ever really talked to her, and then we didn't really talk for 3 months. And then in Orlando, we were out again, and everyone was out eating, and we just like started talking there, and then flirting a little bit. And then like the next night, everyone went out for someone's birthday. I can't remember who. And yeah, that was we talked again and exchanged numbers, and then we kissed that night again, and then we planned for the next night to like go on our first, or no, excuse me, the next week to go on our first date, and we went on our first date, and that was it. Took off from there, bro. If once I get a girl on a date with me, they're gonna fall for me, bro. Like it always happens. Girls get obsessed with me, bro.
Bro, it's just something I got. Bro, between you and me, she ever talk about me, bro? Ever bring up my name or anything?
Honestly, bro, I don't even know if she remembers you, bro. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, let's get back to the Amazing Race, bro. Okay. Right. Now, Robbie, are you a fan of this show before you do it?
It's just I had basically only heard of it. So I don't know if I'm a fan or not because I never even really watched it. I heard of it, but then after we knew we had an interview for like the few weeks leading up to it, we both watched it hardcore to study it and learn about it because they really want you to be knowledgeable about it. So I got to become a fan of it because I had to I watched like 10 episodes a day to try and learn about it and be familiar with all the rules and everything. So leading up to it, yeah, I became a fan of it.
Now, Robbie, this may be a stupid question, but I got to ask you anyway. So you're watching the show now. You said about 10 episodes. And now you're getting familiar with the show. Now you're getting an idea what it's all about. Robbie, listen, I know the training it takes to be a professional wrestler. I know you guys live in the gym. The hundreds of matches while you're hurt. I understand that better than anybody. But Robbie, do you almost have to start training for this once you know you're going to be on the show? Or do you figure, well, I'll just do my wrestling routine and I should be okay, even though you're going to be asked to do many different physical things in this show, bro?
No, the thing is, I'm always in top-notch fit shape. I take care of myself and I'm always in the gym. So in the fitness department, I had no worries. But the thing is about the show is everyone always is like, oh, Amazing Race, you guys are so fit, you're going to do great. It's not fully about that. It's like expect the unexpected. You don't know what you're going to have. There's things that involve memory. There's things that involve eating something that, you could get screwed by getting bad directions or taking a wrong turn or getting in a taxi that hits traffic. There's so many factors that play into it. It's not just about being the fastest runner or being the strongest. That actually is almost meaningless in the show. I mean, the girls who ended up winning our season were two scientists, were the most unathletic people out of all 12 teams. They were two dorks from, Wisconsin or Milwaukee that were scientist girls, and no one ever would have thought they would have a chance at winning, and they won it because the last episode, the last race, the last task that we had to do was based on some kind of memory thing, and those girls had a great memory and took all these notes of things throughout the season, and they beat everybody.
So Robbie, honestly, bro, they don't smarten you up about anything. I mean, you're literally finding those things out on the spot before you do it?
The thing they say about why Amazing Race, Survivor, and Big Brother are the longest lasting and biggest reality shows of all time, it's because they're all 100% real. There's nothing. It's all real. Nothing. As you see us being surprised about things, that is all real. The race is happening. It's being filmed as it's happening. Complete, legit race.
Robbie, what was the most difficult thing for you to do on the show? What was the hardest part for you?
32 days of filming, dealing with my partner. No, I'm just kidding. 32 days probably without my cell phone. Because honestly, there was nothing. There was some hard things, some memory things, but nothing like so crazy that it was like, oh my God, I didn't think I was going to be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like most of it was stuff that I knew. A lot of things were tedious and they took time, but I knew we'd be able to get through everything. Everything was hard. There wasn't one thing that was like harder than the other.
All right, now Robbie, I got to turn down the Brook Road here now again. We got to take the Brook Road now.
Take a left,
listen,
bro.
I was around Brook. bro, I know a tough chick when I see one. I know them, bro. And like, Brooke's the kind of girl, bro. She's drop dead gorgeous, but she could probably take half of the TNA roster. She's a tough chick. Now, Robbie, honestly, bro, when you guys have a bad day at the Amazing Race, and you go back to the hotel room, like, bro, is there cutting promos on each other? Are you blaming her? Is she blaming you? I mean, come on, bro.
It's basically like I told the camera crew and everything those nights when we do our interviews, if we placed high and had a good race that day, I was getting some that night. If we didn't and we did bad and it was a long, tiring run and I did something to annoy her during it, I was sleeping on the edge of the bed or sleeping on the floor pretty much.
So, Robbie, basically what you're pretty much admitting to the entire podcast world now is you were a little bit afraid of Brooke.
Yeah, just maybe more than just a little bit, a lot. When Brooke gets in Brooke mode.
Hey, Robbie, were you satisfied with the outcome? I mean, bro, you did phenomenal. You came in 4th out of 12, right?
Hey, we came in 4th out of 12, and there's 12 episodes, and we just said we wanted to, hey, if we make it to 6 episodes, that's great FaceTime, a chance for great exposure. And to be able to say we made all of the episodes and made it to the finals, yeah, we couldn't be happier. I mean, the circumstances, normally there's 3 teams in the finals, and they changed it up this year, and there was 4. So the rules are rules. We're not going to say or make excuses, but it could have, if the rules were normally like they always are, we would have seemed to have done a lot better. But either way, we made the finals, and yeah, we were both happy with where we got.
Now, Robbie, having that experience in TV, listen, bro, I know you love wrestling wholeheartedly. You're phenomenal at what you do, bro. I mean, no question about it. I am, bro, listen, it's hard to entertain me these days because I've seen it all. Bro, you and Jesse and Zima entertain the crap out of me. I love I love what you guys do. You're only 31 years old. You got your whole career in front of you. But, bro, having that experience on the TV show, did that give you the bug to maybe do some other things, maybe in television, maybe some acting? Or did you walk away from that saying, you know what, I think I'll stick with wrestling?
No, you know what? I'll always in some way want to stick with wrestling. Like you said, I love wrestling. It's my passion. I always wanted to be involved in my life somehow. But yeah, I mean, I love doing The Amazing Race and having a chance to showcase myself on, to a new audience, an audience that now will hopefully they fell in love with me on The Amazing Race that will now follow me into wrestling to make me even bigger in wrestling. And yeah, I mean, TV, movies, I think Rob Strauss, I think I'm kind of written and made for that stuff. So as time goes on, I would love to do some stuff on the side, but I would never want to leave wrestling. I would always want it to be a part of me somehow.
Yeah, I hope, and I think they will. I hope TNA really takes advantage of what you and Jesse accomplished, only because, bro, we've seen everything in wrestling a million times. There's nothing unique anymore, but to literally have 2 guys that were not only on reality shows, but were the stars of the reality shows and were over in those reality shows, I just really, really hope, bro, that they take advantage of that as you guys start up again this Wednesday on Destination America.
Yeah, and the fact that we were both on the same network, CBS. And like you said, it's so hard to have something new and different in wrestling. There's never been a team before of 2 real legit reality stars. So it's something different. We have that to say about ourselves that no one in professional wrestling history could say. There's been reality stars before in wrestling, but never a team together.
Yeah. And you guys, bro. Hey, Robbie, I got to ask you a question. This was supposed to be just the Amazing Race interview, but I didn't get this before on the Swerve. Robbie, I got to ask you this, bro. The chemistry between you guys, the 3 of you guys, is so freaking natural, bro. And it's such a, you fill the pieces with each other. Bro, was it like that way from the get-go, or was there a feeling out period, or did you guys just hit it off from the start, bro?
Honestly, I mean, before we got put together, I was cool with Zima. I was cool with Jesse, but we weren't like super close. But immediately when we started teaming, we started rooming together, partying together, driving together, talking all the time. So we hit it off in real life so well and gelled so well and became so close and good friends outside of wrestling that inside of wrestling, the bromance, it just made it work. Same thing when I was with Rob Terry, Big Rob and Bigger Rob. Me and him became so cool with each other, outside of wrestling. I think it loosened him up a little bit where we gelled so well together. So I think being close and doing everything together 24/7 and seeing every side of each other kind of just makes you take it back into wrestling. So the way we act in real life, we act when we're the bromans, and it all just works and we gel well, bro.
Hey, Robbie, let me ask you this though, bro. I think the bromance, you've been successful, and you've only scratched the surface, bro. There's so much more you guys can do. I really, you should be a cornerstone of TNA, starting on Wednesday. I really believe that. But Robbie, I got to ask you just a personal and professional question. Bro, when you tie your wagons to somebody like that, when you hitch your wagons with a partner, right? And then with that partner, bro, you start becoming super over, almost more over as a team than you were as an individual. Bro, do you ever start worrying about if that partnership doesn't work out, if it's written in storylines that we're separated and we go our separate ways, does it ever concern you that if you ever went back to a singles competitor, you might not reach the success that the tag team have? Do you ever worry about that all, or you just go along with the story, bro?
No, I don't worry about it because I think I have so much untapped ideas and wrestling and confidence in me that I haven't been able to let out yet. And I have so much more to offer that I haven't been given the chance to. And when I have a different level, like, I've been X Division champ, television champ, 2-time tag champ, being on those levels, I think if I got to a world title level, I would have so much more to let out and you'd see so much different stuff coming out of Robbie E. I'm always thinking of new ideas and new ways to reinvent myself, like from Robbie E. And granted also, if you even go from the beginning, like I've had a lot of things that possibly could have held me down, like originally being with Cookie, a lot of people would say that she was kind of like a bad person to be paired with as far as her attitude, as far as her work ethic. She easily, when a lot of people didn't know who I was, she easily could have brought me down. It was a sinking ship with her and I could have went down with her, but luckily people saw that I had something to offer. So she was gone and I was still there. Then I got paired with Rob Terry, and I've been told that basically, at least I've been told from some people, that I was almost put with him just, hey, there's 2 Robs, nothing's going on with you guys. And I had asked to have a bodyguard, and then instead of a bodyguard, when they said he was going to be with me, I switched it to bouncer. The red velvet rope I came up with, the list, Big Rob and Bigger Rob, like I tried to make that into something, and I think it easily could have been like something that faded out and we could have been on our way, but I think with my ideas of creativity, I added to that and actually turned it into something. The matching sweaters was my idea. And now again with the bromance too, Jesse was very inexperienced when he was put with me, and I think I'm us too. I helped make that into something also with a lot of our catchphrases and the outfits that we wear and the hand signals and sayings that we say. I pretty much came up with all of it. And then, even having a DJ, we were put with a DJ for our celebration party after we won the titles. And then we basically just said, why don't we have a DJ all the time? And I said, well, Zima's a real DJ. He's not doing anything. Why don't we just have it Zima? So a lot of the ideas are mine, and I have a lot more ideas to offer. So if I ever did have to be alone, I'm very confident that I would find somewhere to make me still, important.
Hey, Robbie, I want to ask you this. The biggest disease and the biggest crippler of wrestlers in the wrestling business is far and away paranoia, bro. Period. End of story. I'm not even going to debate that with anybody. I've seen paranoia destroy people. Now, bro, you could be paranoid or you could be confident. I've never seen a confident person fail before. You are extremely confident. Robbie, I got to ask you this. Is that confidence, honestly, bro, is it an East Coast thing? Is it a way Robbie was raised? Where do you get this confidence from, especially only being 31 years old in the wrestling business when, bro, listen, a lot of times you spend your time in a tank with sharks, bro. And here you are as confident as can be at such a young age. Bro, is that a New York thing or is that more of a Robbie E thing, and where did it come from?
I think it's a Robbie E thing. I don't think it's about New York because I know guys from this area that are completely the opposite of confidence. I mean, honestly, there's no point of being paranoid. What's going to happen is going to happen anyway. And if you're not fully confident when you talk to people or when you're out doing your thing wrestling, people are going to see that. It's only going to hurt your chances of staying there longer. And again, it's just for the fact, like I was talking about earlier about me and EC3. I know that I've made myself and created myself to know that there's no one that could be like me. I know there's no other Robbie E. There's other people that are, just as talented as me or in other ways, but no one does what I do. No one does it like me. There's only one Robbie E. Just like EC3 knows that there's only one EC3. So knowing that, it's like, well, until you're ready to not have that Robbie E, I'm not worried about losing my spot or going anywhere. I mean, I keep myself in great shape. I always do what I'm told. I make the best of everything. That's it. What else could you do? I'm constantly updating my look and my appearance and everything. I still put in the work. I don't get lazy.
Bro, I got to just tell you, Robbie, that's a great attitude to have. And, again, with TNA, guys like you, guys like, Spud and guys like EC3, I mean, with that kind of attitude and that kind of mindset, that's how that locker room needs to be built. And, I'm looking really, really forward to you guys coming back this Wednesday night. And Robbie, again, just remind the VIP people of the site, remind them of the podcast, where they could find it, and where they could follow you on Twitter.
Yeah, check the podcast, The Robbie EC3 Experience. You can check it out on iTunes. And then on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Robbie E Impact. And my official website is robbie-e.com. And then, of course, impactwrestling.com for all your TNA info that you want for the show and more info on me and everything. Boom.
Well, Robbie, listen, bro, I really, really appreciate you, finally making the interview after I got stiffed a couple days ago, but you showed up 3 days later.
I really hope that you're not still mad at me and, like, secretly you don't still have a vendetta against me.
Bro, I'm not mad at you for that. I'm still questioning the Brooke thing, bro. I want, listen, bro, you know what's going to tell the story? What's going to tell the story is the next chick I see Robbie E with. Then we're going to know the story, bro.
Well, I don't know if I'm going to be settled down with a chick with only one chick for a long time, so I don't know if that's gonna happen, bro. Come on, I'm a huge reality star. Why
you're bigger than the both of us right now, bro. Huge, bro. Bro, you're huger than Irish Pat's gut, bro. Huge. Robbie, thanks for joining us tonight, bro. I really appreciate it.
All right, man. Thanks.